Hey, beautiful people. It's your girl, Rocqi, your revolutionary hippie from LifeIsRocqi. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe and help it grow. So today on my Becoming a Feminine Woman series, check out the link to the series in the description box below. Who's actually about a leader, y'all? It's time we talk about it. So, the modern woman has issues with men leading. And then they say, and I feel like I did another video to this, but then they say, oh, well, I'm only going to submit to those who are actually good leader. Now, yes, I will give it to you. There are some mediocre men out there who don't have any leadership qualities. I understand that. Why are you choosing them? Why have you been choosing them? Let's assess, okay? Reflect and grow. But yeah, if you're consistently choosing guys with good leadership skills, then you should just be in your feminine energy, right? Right? Why are you choosing all guys that don't have leadership skills? Why is your defensiveness present all of the time? Because you're expecting a guy to screw you over. You're expecting for him to not be a good leader. Why is that your expectation? Let's assess and reflect and grow. Okay. So that being said, now mind you, I was also a modern woman. I have a different backstory. Check out some of the earlier videos where I talk about my mom, who was more feminine dominant energy, more of a traditional wife, even though she worked. But this last year I've really been growing in my feminine energy. So with that being said, it's understanding how to follow my partner's lead. And even I couldn't say that he was the leader. I would say that we co-lead and we both have leadership strengths, which we do. That's not false. But I couldn't submit to the idea of him being the leader in our relationship. And we just did a whole podcast episode on It's a Real Podcast. Check out their YouTube channel and subscribe. And I'll probably link the podcast episode in the description box below. But why don't modern women submit to men? And one of the things I said on there is it was hard for me. It's just, I have issues with authority. My dad caused both my sister and I to have issues with authority. Just because it was more controlling behavior, which I think is an insecure leader, if to be defined as a leader at all. Because when you're a leader, just people follow you. You don't have to force you to follow me. It's not that shit that a lot of women experience from these mediocre men. But yeah, I had to grow, and it's not easy, but and understanding that my life partner is the leader of our relationship, of our family. And that's okay. It's hard to say this as I'm saying it to you, which is why I wanted to do this video, because I was I need to make peace with this. So it's not to say that I don't also have leadership strengths. And check out one of my other videos. I believe it is what are my wifely duties. But yeah, it's understanding that yes, there are definitely certain areas within our relationship, within our family that I lead in, just because I'm more knowledgeable in, I have more experience in it, that kind of thing. I'm just stronger at type of thing. I have more of an interest in things like that, right? So, but overall, the leader of our relationship, even of our relationship growth, is him. It is him. Let's start off the top of the foundation that he had coming into our relationship as opposed to mine. His parents are in a healthy marriage. They've been married. I actually don't know the number of that. But they're still together. And they got married when they were young, like in their 20s. So, yeah, like they healthy marriage, you know. And then he's had healthy relationships. He's been in long-term relationships. He's been in like committed relationships. So, yeah, it was he was coming in with a leg up. Whereas my parents divorced after 35 years. Their marriage was very unhealthy. I haven't had healthy relationships, and I had no relationship experience past a year of being together. So like I really was coming in at a disadvantage. So from that point alone, he's leading. Just because he has more experience in the thing that I was striving toward. Like, I didn't want to continue that. I wanted a healthy relationship. But he was literally leading in that area just because I did not know some of the skills that are required for healthy relationships. Like emotional regulation and emotional expression. Like respect for boundaries. Like effective communication and active listening. Like effective conflict resolution. Like, I didn't have those skills. I had to learn it in our relationship. Was a lot. Poor thing, he was going through it all too. So yeah, it was a definite learning journey of becoming a better partner and striving for that healthy relationship. And he was leading in that area, right? So there's that. He's also the financial leader. He like, and I said this when I was younger. I was like, I want to know what's happening, but I don't want to have to learn it. I don't want to have to learn, like, mind you, we're Black, you know, so generationally, we weren't handed down financial knowledge. We know this. We talk about this, financial literacy, okay? So I was like, I understand that I will have to learn a lot, and I don't want to. I just want to know. So therefore, he researches and he learns this information, and then he teaches me, but also just lets me in on what he wants to do for us and things like that. And like, yeah, he communicates it so I do understand what's happening. And again, so I know, but I didn't have to learn. Well, I didn't have to do the research to learn, basically. And that's actually what I wanted. I wanted a healthy relationship. I wanted someone who was the financial leader. He is the spiritual leader. That's very interesting though. Because like while our some spiritual beliefs align, I feel like our spiritual connection isn't that strong. I feel like maybe that's where our other partners will come in. And that's okay. We have some. It's just I've felt others in different dynamics. So I'm like, there may be more to explore there just with another partner. But we do, as far as like he meditates, tries to every day. He's very mindful and present. He's very tapped in. That is tapped in. When I tell you like time, like just like the clock time, he is tapped in. He'd be like, what time is it? Is this time? And I'm like, how the fuck do you know? You're nowhere near anything to tell you the time. How are you just tapped in? So like, yeah, he's definitely spiritually leading in that aspect. And just with the universe and the alignment of things, brother is tapped in. But yeah, so he's leading in just relationship growth. He's leading in, it also takes me like a year of emotional processing to grow in an area of our relationship. Like, because I don't have the experience, I'm not understanding things. It's taking me a while to accept things. It's taking a year of emotional processing for me to grow in that area that he told me about a year ago. Like, he plants seeds in me, and then a year later, I'm like, oh, let's water. So he leads in our relationship growth. He's the financial leader. He's the spiritual leader. And because of that, like, yeah, he's kind of leading in our relationship, like the overall thing. Like, sure, when it comes to the kids and the house, I'm leading in those areas. But even 2 to 3, you know, like with our business, he's doing all the video and audio editing for the podcast. It's a Real Podcast. Check out and subscribe. And I know that's hella work that he's doing. Like, I basically plan the show with him. I show up, do the show, and then I promote it on social media. But yeah, like, he's doing hella work for that, as well as for his own individual stuff. Check out Oso, the therapist and producer. But yeah, so he's definitely leading in a lot of areas. And while I am leading in some, like, I'm the planner and I'm way more organized, so I help him with that, and then I do stuff for us as well. So, like, while his name is on the utilities accounts, I'm the one who pays them because we don't have them on auto pay just yet. And some of them, I don't know if they have the option, but I gotta check. But we're getting there. Subscribe. But yeah, I'm the one who, like, actually pays the bills, and then we have a roommate, so I'm the one who, like, communicates to everybody else what the bills are and things like that. So, and that's just because of who I am. So I assist in that area. Because that's one of my strengths. So yeah, so just from that standpoint, he's leading. And he's a great leader. Like, he hasn't steered us wrong yet. Again, he keeps me in the loop. He tries to explain things to me. He does his research well before making a decision. Like, he is a great leader. Versus me, like, I have anxiety, bad. And again, it takes me a year of emotional processing to, like, accept something and commit to something. I'm at a disadvantage as far as, like, healthy leadership styles because my dad didn't implement that. So yeah, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. But what I wanted to talk about is some actual leadership skills. Like, let's talk about it. So I literally Googled leadership skills, okay? So the first one that popped up was 6 leadership skills. So I'm going to go over these leadership skills, and I'm going to say who's the better leader as far as me or my life partner. Decisiveness. 100% him. Like, it is a joke in our relationship. How do we say it? About me being indecisive, like, because I am always indecisive, and and I be saying I'm having an indecisive moment. No, I need you. I need your opinion. And, like, I'm starting to create strategies to make decisions, and it's not on anything big usually. Those I'm more indecisive about, but it's like little things like clothes, food, like, I'm very indecisive. So just from that point, decisiveness, he's a better leader. Relationship building or team building, like I said, he's already the leader in the relationship growth, so in our connection as well. Integrity, I would say we both have that. Let me look up the actual definition of integrity. Integrity means the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. Yeah, I would say we both, we co-lead in that. Problem solving, definitely him, just because he's also more decisive as well. But my anxiety sometimes limits my problem solving and me understanding the logic and the patterns. So because of that, he's a better leader in that, yeah. Dependability, I would say both of us. I think we both got each other's back. He does more work for us, so maybe him in that regard. Until I have these kids. That will be my work, yes. Ability to teach and mentor. So this is actually what I was telling him earlier, is that, like, my dad used to be my mentor. He used to be the one who guided me and offered me wisdom and taught me. But that has definitely transitioned to my life partner holding that role. Because, like, I learned so much from him. He definitely mentors me. Like I said, he be planting seeds and stuff. Like, he's so wise. Like, I learned so much from him. Just in how he thinks about the world. Yeah, so So based on those 6 leadership skills, yes, we kind of were equal and balanced out in a couple, but he was definitely leading in over 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. In 4 of them, yeah. So, like, who's the better leader? Like, you actually gotta sit and reflect and be like, I know I want to be the leader, but in actuality, who is a better leader? You know? Let me do one more. Okay, I'm gonna do this one. Sorry if you can hear the person mowing the lawn. But okay, so this one has 7 leadership skills. Vision. I would definitely say him because of another one on here. Great leaders keep a positive attitude, and he's definitely Mr. Positive, like way more than I could ever hope to be. Like, he's just light and happiness. But because of that, he has the vision for our future. He's able to see it a lot more. When I have my anxiety and when I experience depression, and I'm not in a positive attitude, I'm very much in a negative attitude, and I got cognitive distortions. I got a lot going on mental health wise. So that being said, sometimes that blocks my vision. So in those 2 areas, vision and positive attitude, he's already like a great leader and the leader of our relationship. Courage. He definitely, like, if something needs to be done, he's like committed to. Whereas again, I spend some time with the acceptance process, and fear is usually a blocker of that. And you have courage in face of fear. So he definitely leads in that aspect as well. Integrity's on here again. Again, I said we both have that. We're very sticklers for our principles. Humility. Honestly, I would say he leads in because my ego, like, I'm just now wrestling with my ego and sitting her down and saying, look, I know you think you're protecting you, but you're not, because you're stopping you from growing. So yeah, he would be the leader in that. And then strategic planning. That depends. Like, he has planning when it comes to the bigger picture, and I have planning when it comes to the details. Because, like, his bigger picture goes with the vision. So, like, several steps ahead, he's planning for that. But as far as, like, our day-to-day and things that need to happen in that accord, that's what I plan for. So, again, we both share leadership strengths in that area, but it's just in different ways. But because his is the big picture, that's why I would say he leads more of the relationship, where I'm assisting by leading day to day. So we can get to the bigger picture. Focus. He's definitely like committed and disciplined to his process. I'm still figuring mine out. Like, he has his routine during the day. And mind you, he's a therapist and a coach, a relationship coach. However, he also music produces. He also edits our videos and audio. So he exercises. Like, he does a lot, spends time with me. Like, he does a lot of things. And his focus is on it. Shout out to the one thing that helped him on that journey by focusing on one thing at a time. That really helped in his journey to become more focused. And he's definitely grown in that in our relationship. But definitely more than me. Like, I have my bouts where I'm focused, but then I have bouts where I'm not. So yeah. Cooperation, it's definitely him. Again, my ego is getting in the way of me being cooperative. I'm a lot more now that I've embraced my feminine energy, but it's still a struggle. And becoming a better listener and stuff, like, yeah, I would say he leads in that. And then that's it. So, vision, courage, humility, strategic planning, focus, cooperation, and positive attitude. All of those but one, integrity, he was a stronger leader in. Whew. So that being said, he's a better leader than I, and he's the leader of a relationship. While I have some leadership skills and qualities, he's a better leader. And that's why he's the leader. And that's okay. And he acknowledges my strengths. He acknowledges my skills. I mean, that's also why he chose me, especially as the mother of his children. Like, he wants them to learn those things as well. So, yeah, ladies. I don't know what to tell you. You may have to assess and, like, yeah. And again, I didn't even look at it as a gender thing. Like, he's a man, I'm a woman. I looked at it as experience, history, and like actual skills, you know? And he just happens to be the better leader. So, what you gonna do about it? But all right, question yourself, reflect, grow, and take care of you. Peace and love. Subscribe.